Hey guys, it's Neftized here, and welcome to my OBS guide. Today in this guide, I will be telling you people about how to set up your OBS. It's going to be pretty basic and nothing else, so let's get to it. First of all, of course, I'm going to tell you, you need to have OBS installed. I'm not going to show you how to do that. I'll put some links down below on where you will be able to find it, like the site and where to download it. OBS is a program that you can use to broadcast your gameplay or whatever you're doing from your screens with a webcam on it, like you're seeing right now in this fabulous thing over here, to services such like twitch.tv and other broadcasting services. So it's a really nice program, and yeah, I like it a lot. It's really fun to entertain with people. So let's get to it. First of all, I'll show you guys what the program itself looks like. And I know this is really confusing. It's like, oh my god, what's happening? But basically, what you're seeing right now is what I usually have on one of my screens, usually on my right one. But this is how OBS looks like. And apparently, I didn't change my settings to, what's it called? To English. And I fucked up. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I'm sorry for that little technical difficulty. I didn't really pay attention to that small fact that I have my OBS set up in Dutch, which is my mother language. So now I have it in English. Should be way more understandable for you people. Basically, I use this program to record my YouTube videos as well. I forgot to tell you guys that. But what you're going to do when you have this installed, you basically won't be able to see anything on the screen I have set up right here. But first things first, what you want to do, and let me actually drag OBS over here. You have this little settings button. You're going to click that. So settings, which will put up this little thing over here. I'm just going to run through it page by page, and I'm going to tell you guys what to tweak, my setup, why I have it set up like that, and so on and so on and so on. So general language, this is the language that OBS will use. So I've put it to English now. It was Dutch before, but as you can see, there's quite a lot of languages. Brezhonek, I don't even know that one. So yeah, enable cursor over projector. This means that, as you can see right now, my mouse is showing, and I'm not gonna tinker around with that a lot, because I might fuck things up, and we don't want that. So let's go to just the second page. I don't want to change. Okay, the way I have it set up is I have encoder tapped on. I'm using CBR and using CBR padding, and I'm using a custom buffer size. This is not tapped on default. You actually do want to tap this on, because else OBS will just fill in something on its own, and it might not suit your internet. It might not suit the people who watch you, like their internet, because they have like crappy internet or too good or whatever. So I use custom buffering, and I had to tinker around with this a lot. Basically what it means is that some people have a certain internet speed, and an internet speed can only handle so much information at one time. And this basically puts it so that you can control the amount of information you're sending out. So if someone's watching your stream, they don't get too much information, and your stream doesn't start like loading continuously, which is really annoying when someone's trying to watch you. So the way I have it set up is my maximum bit rate, so the amount that it can send out, is set to 2000. This is like about 2 megabytes per second that it can send out. And since your internet is always like taking in information, and some people only have like 5 MB per second internet, this is like a nice little average that you can take. The buffer size, I have that a little bit above my maximum bit rate. I have this so that your computer will buffer a little bit over the amount of information that you're sending. So you will always have enough. That's basically the thought process behind it. The audio encoding, I have it to AAC, bitrate 96, 48 kilohertz. And stereo, I didn't tinker with this around too much. It might be different for you, like this might be a bit lower. But 96 is a well enough bitrate. I think it's even above they use on radio, so that should be a-okay. Let's go to the broadcaster settings. Now this is where you will have to fill in what you want to do from what you are going to do it, the server you're going to stream to, and some other settings. So the mode. You can put it to file output only. This means that you're basically just going to use OBS to record. So just recording for YouTube, other video sites and whatever, maybe for Facebook, who knows. But I have it put to live stream. And the reason I have this is because I'm streaming from Twitch. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of sites that allow hosting to, and you can even browse. But I didn't do that, and I probably fucked some stuff up now because my stream key isn't in there anymore. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that, and I don't want to see you guys, or it doesn't really matter. I might change my stream key anyways. You can select different servers, and I'm from the Netherlands, and this actually requires some tinkering out. But most people don't have that good of a connection to Amsterdam, at least the people that watch me. So I decided to stream from Frankfurt, from Germany. Yeah, one of the reasons was this, because I asked my viewers, some are from Sweden and they don't have such a good connection to Amsterdam. And maybe the Amsterdam servers aren't the best from Twitch. But I picked this server because it's best for me. It might be different for you, but just look around. Like, okay, maybe you're from the United States, then maybe streaming from New York is a good thing for you. Or from Asia, Seoul, South Korea is good for you. It's just whatever suits you best. Now, the stream key, I will actually have to go to Google really quickly. OBS Twitch stream key. Now, if you're logged into Twitch and if you've been using your what's it called? Twitch, then you can go to the Twitch page. I'm a little bit in front of it, but as you can see, twitch.tv/broadcast, and it will have an option up here. Looking for your stream key, you can find it on your dashboard. So what we'll have to do is I will have to go to dashboard. And I don't actually, they changed this a little bit. And there we go, stream key. Anyone can use this key to broadcast to your channel. Twitch staff and admins will never ask you for this information. So show key, doesn't really matter. I'm going to change this. But then basically you take this key and what you're going to do is you're going to fill it in on the playpath/stream key. And you just copy paste it in there. It's always in these black dots. So if you're making a video like I do right now, people won't be able to see it. Auto reconnect, which means that if your stream loses connection for any kind of reason, it will automatically try to reconnect after 5 seconds. Now this is a really great function, because else if you get disconnected, you will stay disconnected. Kind of talks for itself. Minimize network impact. I haven't really tinkered around with this, and I'm just gonna leave it alone. You can even set up a delay if you're streaming League of Legends on a really high elo, for example, like maybe Challenger. You can put in like a 300 second, because it goes in seconds, delay, which means you'll have a 5-minute delay. So basically people cannot ghost you, which means that people will watch your stream to find out where you are. And this basically prevents that. So it's a really nice feature. But since I want to interact with my viewers, I'm going to leave that to 0. There will still be like maybe like a 10-second delay before you get like answers from your viewers if they ask anything, because, well, internet, that's how it works. It has to be sent to the satellites, then go back, etc, etc, etc. Next point. Automatically save stream to file. Now usually this is tapped off, but I have it tapped on since I am recording right now. You can set the path to where you want it, and you can browse it, whatever. You can also keep recording if the live stream stops. Maybe you want to do like something for YouTube after you stop recording. I don't know, something special, but that's just completely up to you. Replay buffer length. Well, basically it says right there what it does, for me at least. If you hover over this, it will tell you what it does. OBS will buffer at least this many seconds and write them to a file when the save replay buffer hotkey is pressed. Or continue recording the same file after writing the buffered seconds when the record from the replay buffer hotkey is pressed. Basically what it means is that the amount of seconds that you fill in here, if I say, let's say 10 seconds, it will take 10 seconds before the record will stop. So if I stop recording and within 10 seconds I will hit recording again, it will continue from that point onwards. Well, this is just how much memory it says it will take. and where it will be saved to. So it's kind of basic. Now that's this page. Let's go to the video page. No, I don't want to save anything. The video adapter, which is your graphic card. Basically, it should select the right one for you. The base resolution, I have this set to custom because I want my own monitor is 1920 x 1080p. This might be different for you, and I am downscaling it here with a 1.5 downscale, which means I will be streaming in 1280 x 720, which is 720p. Now, I personally do not see the benefits of streaming in 1080p because most people won't even be able to receive this kind of a resolution, basically, because their internet is A, too crap, or B, you're not partnered with Twitch, which means that you're not able to even send out this kind of information. It will just look like a basic regular 720p stream. The filter I have set up is the fastest because, well, I haven't really seen any difference between these, so it's just like the way, what does it fastest? Well, this one, so let's take that one. Some people prefer to stream in 60 FPS, but I just leave it to 30 because 30 is good enough. And disable arrow. What that means is that your taskbars will be turned to the regular kind of layout that the basic Windows is using. So, for example, this is blue, but normally I have it set to dark gray. It will just make the stress on your computer less. So more power can go to streaming of your computer, which is nice, of course. Let's go to audio. No, I don't want to apply my changes. Well, the desktop audio device, the one I'm using right now is my SteelSeries H wireless, and the microphone I'm using is a Razer Siren. You can change between these, whatever you want to use, and it's really nice. Now, force microphone auxiliary to mono. I have this selected right now. You can actually turn it off because I was using, I can actually show you guys, the studio microphone that I have right here. And studio microphones make it so that the sound they put into your computer is mono, not stereo. So with this option, you can change mono sound into stereo sound. So people won't only hear you on the left or either on the right side. So they will hear you on both sides, which is a really nice option if you are, how to say, if you are like semi-professional and you already have a studio microphone or you already had that just laying around, that option is really nice. Else, just leave it off. I might tinker around with it like the next couple of days. Push to talk. You can set up a push to talk button if you want to, but I'm not really using this because I just instantly want my people to be able to hear what I'm saying. Desktop boost. Don't really need this. Don't really need a microphone boost because, well, excuse me. This should be like just fine. You shouldn't have to like boost any of that. Hotkeys. Well, there we go. The push to talk. Since I'm not really using this, you can. I left this empty, and I'm not really using any of these buttons. But some people do use a button to start streaming. For example, you can use your F buttons like F1, F2, F3, etc., etc., etc. So they don't have to manually like click it, look over there. I can just be like, "Bye, I'll see you guys next time," and I just press the button, and I'm able to keep facing you guys instead of having to go like, "Oh, wait, oh, I have to." Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. So I hope that kind of gives you guys the idea. Like, it can be really nice. I've been using these before. It's really nice to use. You just press off a button. You're done. Let's go to the advanced. It's been a long while since I've looked at this tab. But basically, just copy the settings. Use multi-threaded optimizations. Process priority class is normal. Scene buffering, 700 milliseconds. So basically 7 seconds. Allow other modifiers on hotkeys. Talks for itself. I've this set to very fast. Main. Keyframe interval is 2 seconds. This is because Twitch has their own like preset options, and they prefer you to use like these stats. The Twitch site should tell you this when you're looking at your dashboard if you're streaming. So just modify the settings to whatever Twitch tells you, and you should be a-okay. Everything else is just tapped off, set to default, and I haven't been looking at it, didn't use it, so it's just like something you might have to be able to tinker around with yourself. Let's go to the quick sync encoder. I'm not going to change anything. Apparently, I cannot even use this. This is one of the new features they've been adding, and I don't really know what these are for. Might be for another option. I don't know. The browser. This is a custom thing that I have installed, so I can use some other options that I will go over in another manual. It's mainly used for when you get followers on Twitch, if you get donations, stuff like that. It's another feature, and I will go into that in a later stage. The microphone noise gate is the next option you have. As you can see, when I talk, you can set this so that, for example, people will start hearing you at this volume. And that's when your microphone will activate itself. And if it goes above this one, then it will, how to say it? It will turn itself off or whatever. Like, good way to put this, close threshold. If it goes below this, your microphone will stop. If it goes above this, it will talk. So in there is like a gray spot. As you can see, my microphone, when I'm not talking, it's hovering around here. So what I should be able to do is close it there, and when I talk normally it goes about here, so I'll open it here. So if I'm not talking, my microphone will not put through any kind of information. So basically what that means is that it will not like put in any kind of sound. You can enable it. I don't have it enabled right now because I just want people to be able to hear me consistently, continuously. Because if you have this activated, it might cause sometimes the first couple of words to like go off. But this feature is really nice. If you have, for example, some construction work going on outside and that's really loud and you don't want people to be able to hear that, you can turn on this feature, and for example, if the sound is like this high, then you just change it, tinker around with it a little bit, and that should do the trick. And the scene switcher. This is something that I still have to look into, and I'm really curious to. I really haven't been looking around with this, but it's something that I'm thinking about making a guide on as well. So be sure to look at that. But for now, I'm gonna leave this open. I haven't had a look to this. But basically, I think what we should be able to do is set some hotkeys, and you can set up the way the scene changes, the amount of time it takes to change, whatever. I really haven't looked into this yet, so I cannot give any detailed information about that. But that's basically how I have my OBS set up. I hope that this guide has kind of helped you out. If you have like any kind of question, just shoot along, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will see you guys in the next video, and this was Neftized. Peace out.